thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I've given you some ideas or some tips that you can very quickly now implement for you to pitch to win your ideas. And on that note, I'm going to pause, stop share, and see if you have any questions about what we have shared or any other questions that you'd like to bring up. We've got time. So anyone, you can put it in chat or you can unmute yourself and ask the question or share. You might have something that you'd like to share.
Yep, you can speak also, unmute. Yep. Anyone have any questions on the topics and then or something that you would like to share?
Yes, good morning,
Yes.
Madam.
Yes, Makara, good to see you again.
Yes, see you again. I have one question regarding about the zero objection. It's maybe difficult to find zero objection. I think maybe according to some situation, it's difficult to find such a thing. So could you share how can we form it as much as we can? Because there are many different situations that we need this. There, thank you.
Okay. So zero objections is essentially finding the facts, right, that both you and the decision maker can agree on. Okay, so if you go back to, so let me go back to the Japanese case study, right? Let me just make sure that I get the slides done. Okay, so let me just go back to this. Okay, so zero objections is essentially finding a statement that your decision maker will not object to. So this could be about something that we all know. Okay, we meaning you and the decision maker, and it could be about the past or it could be about the present. So it could be something that's so it's all related to the idea, but it's something about what happened in the past or what's happening in the present. And it sometimes could be something that's happening, it could happen in the future. All right. So the answer to your question, Makara, is first thing first, who is the decision maker? And for this decision maker, what do they know about the idea already? Or what do they know about the situation already? All right. And it could be that it is something that's positive, it could be something that's negative, or it could be something that is neutral. So in the case of Japanese students, what do we know already about the Japanese students, right? So imagine you're all 16-year-old Japanese, 16-year-old students in Cambodia even, right? And you say, you know, everyone, boys and girls, I think we can agree that doing the same things every day is quite boring. They will go, yeah. Right? If you say, I think we can agree that we all like to try strange things, they might go, not comfortable with that. Because the strange things might make me look a bit stupid in front of my friends. So maybe I don't want to look stupid in front of my friends. So I am not going to get a nod, but I'm going to say, you know, Makara, I think that one is not, I don't agree with that. So you don't want that happening. You want people to just listen and actually just nod with you, right? And you are just doing maybe one or two sentences or statements that can get those nods, right? And it all depends on your audience, right? It is very context driven. It means it depends on the situation and it depends on your audience and who your audience is. So it is dependent on how much you know about your audience. Does that give you a little bit more clarity, Makara, or do you have more questions? Follow-up questions?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. We have questions that would help to elaborate more about data that could be used to convince the decision maker. So the data I'm relating to, Shreyat-Nin, is the data about that you would have. So if your topic is about finance, right, and you are looking at suggesting to change a certain method of recognizing cost, right? You would go and have done all your, your analysis, right, and your problem solving, and the data, you pick out the relevant data for it. So the data would be specific to the subject matter or the idea that you're promoting. So that's what I mean by data. So data can be facts, it can be figures, it can be past data, it could be projections. Yeah, so that's what we mean by data. Okay, let me know if I've answered your question, Shreyat, and I'll move on to the next question. To land an idea to pitch, what should be an ideal length of time? Good point. We are looking at when you are starting a conversation, to introduce your idea, that shouldn't take you more than 2 minutes, if not 3 minutes. In fact, I would suggest strongly 2 minutes, right? So you've got 2 minutes from the time you say, hello, boss, right, to introducing your idea. You have 2 minutes to set the stage, 2 minutes to pace and lead, 2 minutes to pace, lead, 0 objections, and give the logical and the empathy frame. Okay, that's their attention span. If you cannot get it in the 2 minutes, you've lost it, essentially. Yeah, that's based on research, based on what decision makers and CEOs have told us about. Within 2 minutes, I want to know, what I want you to be able to give me the big picture. And I want to know, what you're talking about. If not, I've got no patience. Yeah. Okay. So Ekta, I've answered most of your questions. Shreyat, good. I've answered your question. Soap, Sopcat. I'm pronouncing your names wrongly, and I do apologize for that. I'm attempting to speak a language that I am not familiar with. So let me know if I've answered your question, or if you have other questions, please bring that up. Okay, great. These are some wonderful questions, so please continue to bring it up. Any other questions? We've still got about 7 minutes.
Yep. That brings some clarity to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, my question, the one between using 0 objection and also a joke for the ice breaking. Which one is? Sometimes speaker, they use ice breaking, something to tell a joke first to make audience in there feel happy, and then we communicate our ideas.
Okay. So I'm talking about this 2 minutes, right? This 2 minutes is after you have done the greeting and, like you said, the opening, right? So the two minutes of this of 0 objections come after you have done the opening. Whether you want to open with a joke or not is sometimes a very cultural thing. Yeah. So some cultures, and it could be a national culture thing. It could be also a corporate culture thing. All right. Generally, my advice is to stay away from jokes for 2 reasons. The first reason is that many people do not know how to tell jokes. I am one of them, because half the time I cannot remember the jokes. Okay. Number 2 is people cannot tell the joke. People don't know whether the audience will understand the joke. Okay, and when audience don't understand the joke, then you have actually got a lot more work to pull it up. Yeah. The second reason I recommend not telling a joke is because of the context. The context is a business situation. The context is a business situation that is critical for you to get a decision, a yes. So I don't want to take away a